Everybody, you can call me Hunch. I got a long one for you today. Okay, if you're new here, I'm basically a Bitcoin stacks massive bull. Okay, I've been talking about stacks for years. I've been talking about Dyko since it was 1 cent. I've been talking about Alex Go for a long time. Okay, and now we're finally getting the recognition we deserve. Okay, broskies. We're going to be talking about a lot today. I'm going to give you a lot of interface of where we are in the market. Stacks, TRAC, everything. We're going to have a massive update today. Okay, so let me just give you preface this video with basically a capitulation statement by Gary Gensler. Okay, so this is why I do not think we're at the top. I think everybody's at the sidelines because they didn't think Gary would capitulate, and he has. So here's the formal capitulation. Right, he's talking about an Oracle database versus a Bitcoin database.
It's almost immutable. That's why people think it has inherent value.
So you trust it more than an Oracle database, or you trust it more
trust it more than a lot of the Bitcoin bulls say they trust it a lot more than the central bank that enables the.
Okay, so basically he's getting wrecked. Of course, everybody trusts a Bitcoin blockchain more than an Oracle database with the central figure controlling it. Okay, so I just want to throw that out there. I do not think it's time to sell. I think that would be, or theoretically time to sell. This is not financial advice. Do whatever you want. If you're in a good place, sell it or buy it or whatever. I'm not in charge of your life. But to me, that's massive capitulation. Okay, now this stacks is also capitulation by everyone that I've been talking about for years, right? Insanely bullish. We're up to 270, I believe. If you could see that price in the corner there, yeah, it's 270 up there. So absolutely massive candle. Now, why is this happening? Well, I've been talking about for years, well, not years, probably a year now, how this ETH Bitcoin chart is going to continue to go down, right? And you could tell because when I typed this in just now, all these lines have come up. I think we continue to go down. You know, we broke out of the channel, and they've been saying for years, or for at least the last year, right? And this is why all these circles are here. Oh, we're breaking up. Oh, we're breaking up. Oh, we're breaking up. I think we continue to break down. And that's for the reason that stacks and ordinals exist, right? And the fundamentals behind Bitcoin are just so much better, right? So here's some fundamentals. Stacks, total value locked, all-time high. Developers on the rise, right? This nice steady rise. This is backed up by real data, right? Absolutely massively bullish. We've been talking about this for a long time. Now, a lot of people forget Tim Draper, a huge venture capitalist guy who's been backing Bitcoin forever, basically, made positive comments about stacks a few months ago or a month ago or whatever. And people already forgot. Like, if you already forgot, like, you're crazy, man. Institutions are going to be accumulating, not Ethereum, right? They're going to be accumulating. And I made videos about this. TradFi is going to make bets on DeFi, and that's going to be like in Alex. I think it's going to be in Sovereign or Dyko, but specifically Alex, right? I made videos about. Now, even the degens, right? Here's a degen, huge following on Twitter. Longing Starkware, cringe, VC, fellation, self-hate, you probably have a disorder. Longing Stacks and Stacks Alts, GigaChad, Sailor S, Finkelstein, Align, Not Crowded, Cool-Ass Upgrade Names, Nakamoto, might get you a girlfriend. Okay, so that's where we are in the market. I've known this for a long time. Some of my followers have known this for a long time. We suffered for a long time, but now it's time to come home, right? Abandon what you've been doing. Okay, we have been destroying everybody, and I'll go over that, right? Now, I just want to talk about NAT. So if you don't know what NAT is, it's basically this statement for me. I minted NAT and I still don't get it. I completely agree. I have no idea what's going on there, right? I understand digital matter theory. You're looking for patterns to base the token supply off of, so on and so forth. You're going to be doing, JPEGs with it and okay, I get it. Maybe it's bullish, right? And I've been talking a lot about this. I'm mostly bearish. I could flip bullish. But why am I bearish, right? Okay, so first of all, just go through this. This is DMT NAT. It's built on TAP. But this is the most important thing right here, right? TAP. So why am I bearish? Being bearish does not mean I think it's going to go down, right? Or go into oblivion. I do not think that. But what is TAP built under? TRAC. Why would I just not own TRAC when TAP DMT NAT literally depends on it, right? What am I going to do? Take a risk in a token that's inflationary? Or am I going to take a token that is the necessity behind it depends on this? It literally depends on this. Where is that logic? I want you to use your brain. The risk reward is already massive at 110 million, right? This is at 60 million. Why would I take a risk on that? Okay, you'll say, oh, it'll go to $50 billion. Okay, cool your jets, buddy. Maybe. Get a small bag if you want. I'm not saying that, okay? But to me, logically, it makes more sense to get TRAC. And why is that, right? Let me skip over a few things here. I'll go back to that. TRAC is getting airdrop of Karma, right? And they're trying to accumulate TRAC, these venture capitalists. So not these guys, but people are venture capitalists are trying to accumulate TRAC so they can stake it, right, and support the network. And they're giving you Karma for it. Karma supposedly will be used with NFTs somehow, so on and so forth, right? They got a good team. It's going to be a relatively low valuation. So that's bullish. I'm not only talking about that, right? And then here we go. TAP protocol overtakes BRC420 or BRC20 in 24 hours, right? TAP has overtaken it. Now there's risk to it, right? You got runes coming, and TRAC has TAP and pipe or whatever, and maybe there's another thing coming by the creator of Ordinals. I don't know, right? So there is competition, right? Absolutely, there's competition from BRC420s. There's competition from all sorts of things. I think I think TAP is going to win. I think TAP is going to win, right? And that makes me bullish on things like Ghosty Cash. Now, Ghosty Cash has been getting absolutely obliterated, but I agree with this chart. I think eventually it's going to really go to the upside. Now, huge risk with the privacy feature, but it's also going to be able to bridge onto TAP, right? And basically, that's the only other BRC20 I'm bullish on besides ORNJ. And I'm going to bring that up right now. Now, I talked about ORNJ from the very beginning, right? 10 cents. Let's see if it's here. And now it went all the way up into the 70-cent range, and now we're back down. Now, am I abandoning ORNJ? No, absolutely not, right? You know, if I were to theoretically have sold, I probably would have theoretically done up here. There's a massive run up here, right? 70 cents. That doesn't mean I don't have a bag. It doesn't mean I do have a bag, right? But I've recently been thinking about this, and I really do think what ORNJ has done is revolutionary. A token that is on Bitcoin that can be used for DeFi, right? Absolutely, it could be used for staking, revenue share. I think there's so many use cases for that. I think it's useful, and I think it's going to go back up. But there is a risk I did not think about, and that's the thing that's been right under my nose, right? And here it is, TAP. Right, there's already wallets on Stacks, right? And I don't think they're a Stacks wallet. I think they're more of an Ordinals wallet. But if TAP is absolutely going to explode and ORNJ does not get into TAP, that's a risk factor for me. I don't think it's a huge risk factor. I do think ORNJ is going to be useful, right? I would be looking for an entry at the 27-cent range down in this little spot here if it does continue to pull back. This looks like a wedge. I do think we go back up eventually. I would not panic if you didn't sell the Pico top, right? Which was pretty clear that we went up 7x, right? I do think we can get to 500 million, a billion, right, if they execute. And I always say theoretically, because I'm not actually, you know, it doesn't mean I'm doing these things. I'm just giving you my thoughts, right? And things change minute to minute, right? Like I never thought about that until like almost this exact moment, like a few hours ago. And I'm telling it to you, there's a lag. I can't get to you fast all the time, right? So that doesn't mean I'm selling. It doesn't mean I'm buying. I'm just laying out the risks. Still bullish on it though. Okay, so we went through these. Absolutely huge. I think TRAC is going to be, and TAP, right, is the best play. And I don't mean to crap on, what do you call it? Where is it? NAT. I don't mean to crap on that. I you know, I don't really get it. It's inflationary, it's whatever. But even if it wins, right, TRAC to me is way, way, way safer. Okay. Now, I want to go through all these things again because I haven't talked about these in a while. I said, when are you going to learn that game and token chillers are paid off and colluding, right? Same with, I think, the Wizard people, right? And the MERL chain, I think they're paid off, right? I could be wrong. I'm not accusing them, but whatever. How's G Swift treating you compared to Bitcoin DeFi? Because we are destroying you every step of the way. That's true. We are literally destroying them. I also wrote this, and I think this is completely true. I could be wrong, right? Obviously, this doesn't apply to every token, right? Some things just explode, and you can never predict it, right? But generally, what I've told you is true. Sovereign, a Bitcoin DeFi, up 300% in 1 month. And your boys are still showing you gaming tokens that dropped at $100 million fully diluted valuation and took 6 months to go up 300%. And Sov did it in a month. If you don't know what Sov is, it's Bitcoin DeFi, right? It's been absolutely tearing up. And this is the chart, right? I mean, there's so much upside potential. In a month, it's up literally 300%, okay? I don't know what else I can tell you how important it is to pay attention to this. Arcadico, massive, massive project as well. 42 cents. I wrote today, I think this thing could go over $1. Stacks is pumping. Arcadico is pumping. Alex is probably pumping even more again. I don't know. It might be at 40 cents. Let's see. It's at 40 cents. It makes no sense to be in gaming tokens. I don't know what else I have to do to explain this to you, right? Now, Stacks is pumping, so everything else is pumping. Now, there is some circulation going around that Coin Bureau is going to talk about Welsh, right? You know, is he Welsh? Is he not? Whatever. He mentions Welsh in this clip, and we can watch it
tomorrow.
She may have a Welsh coin to talk about.
She may have a Welsh coin to talk.
Okay, so I would definitely not be selling your Welsh coin at this moment. Hands down, I think you have to have brain damage. That doesn't mean it can't go down. I would 100% not be selling, right? And we just broke, right, this all-time resistance level. And I talked about this in a tweet. We got to break 0.005. I think we could absolutely go up super fast. I think I tweeted something really funny today about it. Let's see. I think I talked about it. Okay, here we go. Welsh is breaking above the line. It could be time. Tuck your nuts. There's going to be a lot of G-Force incoming. Now, I love these crypto Kip. Thank you, Chad. Okay, absolutely insane calls. We've been talking about this. We talked about it when I said, oh, it's got to break this line. It did. Here we are, absolutely pumping. But also every other meme coin on Stacks is pumping. Leo, the cat coin, pumping, right? Gus, another dog coin at a super low valuation, is pumping, bro. This thing is crazy, man. Every single meme coin is pumping. Okay, so forget about all that. What's the point? I would not be getting out of Stacks right now. People are so on the sidelines. It makes no sense. That doesn't mean we can't have a pullback. That doesn't mean Bitcoin can't dump. But to me, the risk reward, it makes no sense to leave. It makes no sense to go into gaming. It makes no sense to go into any other portfolio than this. Like, this is it, guys. Like, I feel it in my bones. Now, obviously, anything can happen. But, like, I mean, how much more evidence do you need? Stacks is up 800, 900, 100%. Dyko, we've been talking about it since 2 cents. Alex, we've been talking about, you know, since probably under a $30-40 million valuation. It's up over 200 million or at 200 million. I've talked about how stacking DAO is blowing up with liquid stacks, right? And the best thing that you can do right now, in my opinion, right, if we go back to Stacks, right, is to be in Stacks. And why is that? We've got things coming out like Valar, which have said explicitly that there's going to have an airdrop. And this is, I think, is going to be a massive, massive Bitcoin DeFi protocol, okay? So you need to be paying attention. Why go anywhere else? Oh, this is orange. I don't know why this is up. But you've got to be paying attention, right? Massive, massive upside for everything that we're talking about. Even the ones that I think have a lot of risk right now, which flipped in my head, which is Orange and Ghosty, I think have massive potential, right? I don't know if you're functioning or thinking or doing anything correctly if you're trying to exit at this moment, okay? Retail is not here. Pay attention, focus, chill, focus, and wait. I have been saying this for 6 months. I've been talking about Stacks for 2 years, right? Stacks has been building for 10 years. This is not the time to walk away, in my opinion. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can call me Hunch.